Well, take a listen to this number. Every year, an estimated 69 million people around the world suffer a traumatic brain injury, most often from car accidents, falls, violence, or even sports. That's nearly one person every half second. Now, these injuries can happen in an instant to anyone, just like it did to Evan Folan. You may remember him as our former weekend anchor here at KVIA. In 2019, though, he was involved in a tragic accident which left him with a brain injury, leaving him with no choice but to start all over. I got the chance to sit down with Evan, and let me tell you, his resilience and love for life is one you don't want to miss.
Thank you guys for being here today. It was a very, very tough decision to come to. And as much as I love ABC 7, I've decided to take my talents to Los Angeles.
Quick to tell a joke in typical Evan Folan fashion, he brightened up your newscast a couple of years ago here at KVIA.
The Two Nations One Faith event.
Many of you gravitated to watching him on weekend nights. And leaving El Paso, he landed another incredible opportunity as a sales rep in the West Coast. Everything was falling into place for Evan.
I remember closing my biggest deal that day. I was sky high. I was working with a Fortune 500 company. I'd landed a six-figure deal. I had the paperwork in my passenger seat, and I was leaving to go to my next appointment.
911, Highway Patrol, how can I help you?
However, within 5 minutes of being on the road, the unimaginable happened. Take a look at this animation made by Evan of the accident. A 200-pound tire came smashing through his windshield, the tire going more than 100 miles per hour, crushing Evan and the hood of his car. To give you a perspective, Evan compared it to that like a refrigerator coming down at you at 30 stories high. This video shows you a slowed down perspective with the actual 911 calls that took place that day.
One X-ray's unconscious.
I was convulsing, having a seizure just because there was so much bleeding in my brain, and I hit the accelerator.
Then things took a turn for the worse. Evan says an EMT named Freddie said he flatlined for the first time. Freddie was actually inside Evan's car working on him when all of a sudden Evan has a seizure. His foot hitting the accelerator, which caused his car to jump across the freeway, hit another car, then stopping after hitting the median.
And the fact that I was not decapitated is insane. The EMT said when he came up to my car, he thought I had been decapitated. He could not find my head. It had been wrapped behind the back of my seat.
But here is where the miracles start to trickle in. That EMT was not called to the scene. In fact, Freddie had just returned from a call with his partner in an empty ambulance and saw the tragedy unfold right in front of him. A couple of cars behind Evan, he was there by divine timing.
Highway Patrol had showed up. He had worked with them to peel the roof off of my head. My heartbeat came back, and he said it had looked like, you know those 2-liter bottles of Coke? He looked like somebody had taken that full of my blood and sprayed it everywhere in the car.
First responders were able to get him out of the car, but they lost him again. Evan flatlined twice. But another miracle intervened. Evan's accident took place 500 feet west of Herbert Avenue. That's the exit to LA's best trauma ER center. Freddie, the EMT, a couple of cars behind him, and now this, his location, literally saving him.
A perfect place for a hideous thing to happen.
From there, it was the start of a grueling journey. Evan was in a coma for 2 days. He fractured his skull, broke his neck in 2 places, had significant brain bleeding, and broke his hand.
After that, I went to inpatient therapy. So I was in a hospital bed for a couple weeks doing physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy. There was a lot of testing that was involved just to see where I was at cognitively.
Hi Crime Junkies, Evan Folan here with another bone-shaking unsolved crime. Right, Brent?
19 rehab centers and counting. This is now a new reality for Evan.
Sure.
It's not a good-looking future for me. The head pain is incurable. I've tried everything. I have bad nerve pain in my neck. My hand will ache when the weather changes, and my short-term memory is garbage.
Are you in pain right now?
Oh, yeah, the lights suck.
Okay, back and closed.
But aside from being a walking miracle, Evan is forced to face his tragic accident every minute of his life.
Okay.
Oh God, I have flashbacks weekly from the accident because I shouldn't I shouldn't be here. And I get to tell my mom that I love her. That's so cool. And I get to spend time with my brother. All that should have been taken away from me.
What's up, guys? You just caught me doing the happy dance beat.
Turning his pain into purpose and now being an advocate for people in the brain injury community. Evan is now the founder of the apparel company Toro and Tides.
I'm so excited about this. Toro and Tides, the branding, the imagery, bulls are strong. They're resilient. They keep going. And I think that's the mentality everybody should have. Tides, there's high tide, there's low tides. There's highs in life, there's lows in life. But it's surrendering to the tide.
Where 10% of Toro and Tides profits will go towards helping someone battling a brain injury. And this is just the beginning. His new podcast, called Brain to Brain, introduces you to someone who has had some sort of brain injury. Evan serving as a voice in an underserved community.
No, it's like I want everybody to learn. I don't care if it gets 10 likes on a post. I don't care if one person listens to Brain to Brain, but it's spreading the message. It's knowing that somebody is being educated about brain injuries.
At 32 years young, Evan has experienced more life than some people do in their lifetime. His message to propel anyone battling their day-to-day to...
Do you mind if I talk to them real quick?
Please. Mm-hmm.
I get it. Like, it's completely isolating. There are going to be horrific days. I've met so many people within the brain injury community that have given up, that stopped trying. And that breaks my heart. And you, like you said, Marcel, you don't have to have a brain injury. You can be going through something tragic with a family member. You could have been recently diagnosed with cancer, but just know, like, each day is a gift. And if it doesn't feel like it, if the walls are closing in, you just getting out of bed is a victory. Lean on stuff like that. There have been so many dark days for me, but it's those little victories.
Incredible story. Now, to support Evan's foundation, you can head to our website, kvia.com, to find the link to find items like this one here. You can see the little Toro and Tide as well. And just to let you know, Evan flew in specifically for this story because he's so tied to the El Paso community to share it with our viewers. So we're so blessed to be able to share his story and how you see him now. That's Evan before as well. So he's just a great soul that's never changed.
Yeah, what a stunning story of survival. And I love how he reiterates to everybody, never give up. How there's some people in the community that have had brain injuries that have just said, I'm done with this. And he said, no, you know what? You got to keep fighting.
Got to push through. Yes.